Hello, and welcome to Animal Chiropractic Clinic Chatter, a podcast where Dr. O from All Creatures Every Spine interviews doctors and animal owners that utilize animal chiropractic to get their unique perspectives. Yes, it's really a thing. Dr. O utilizes his 30 years of experience as both an animal chiropractor and veterinarian, and to dig deep into the discussion of complex issues affecting the lives of your animal friends and companions. Join us for this educational episode. Thanks for joining us for this portion of the episode as Dr. O begins to answer the question, what is animal chiropractic? He will look at how the chiropractic adjustment is a valuable and viable treatment for what ails your animals.
When an animal's nervous system gets overloaded, it's like tripping a circuit. In the circuit breaker in the box, ours are in the closet, some people's are in the garage, wherever. That's a subluxation. And if you don't change anything and you simply go out and switch the breaker, does anything happen? It blows again. All right. Same thing happens with your animal's nervous system. The animal's job is to do its best to adapt to physical, chemical, and emotional stress in their life. Our job is to adjust your animal's spine, reduce nervous system interference, and permit a free flow of nerve communication between your animal's brain and body to facilitate this adaptation. Your job is to help that happen and make sure that we've identified some stressors that might be causing the vertebral subluxations, and you help your animal maybe train a little bit better, maybe adjust their diet a little bit better, maybe spend a little more time with them, maybe, whatever you identify and we identify as the stressors for your animal's body. Maybe don't have them jump off the 4-foot bed, help them get down off the bed. Maybe, all kinds of things that we can do, target exercises. So anyway, that's what animal chiropractic is about. And that's how it's going to help your animal get better. But it's not a one-sided team. It's not a one-side team. It's a multiple aspect of the team. All right. You're part of that team. You're part of your animal's healthcare team. So make sure you take an active part in it.
Make sure to visit our website, allcreatureseveryspine.com, where you can subscribe to the show and learn more about getting your animals adjusted. If you are in the Meridian, Texas area, drop in on a Tuesday afternoon to get your animals adjusted. If that isn't possible, schedule a consultation on your animal's health with Dr. O. You can also purchase a copy of Dr. O's book. Yes, it's really a thing.
Heroes come in all shapes and sizes. For me, my hero is Frank, my best friend. But even the greatest heroes need help sometimes. Frank and I were at the park the other day when he started limping and favoring his left leg. I didn't see what happened, but I could tell something was wrong. So we went to see Frank's favorite vet, Yvette. Yvette the vet. After running some tests, she determined that Frank had torn his ACL. His best option was surgery. But unfortunately for me, surgery wasn't an option. So what could I possibly do to be a hero to my hurting hero? That was when Yvette told us about hero braces. She took a quick cast of his leg and said this mold would be used to create a biomechanically designed stifle brace, custom made just for Frank, allowing his body's natural healing processes to take over and stabilize the knee. About 2 weeks later, she fitted the brace and gave us the green light to walk, hike, and snuggle, and do all the activities that Frank and I were used to doing. It was that simple. Hero braces are lightweight, don't stretch or tear, and are durably designed to last the life of your dog. so Frank can get back to being Frank. Like I said, heroes come in all shapes and sizes. And lucky for us, so do hero braces.
Hello everyone, and welcome to barfworld.com. If you're seeing this video, it typically means you're interested in trying our 90-day challenge. If your pet is suffering from allergies, kidney issues, obesity, diabetes, or even cancer, our food can help with that. So if you're ready to see your pet's health dramatically improve in just 90 days, call us and schedule your consultation today. Hope to talk to you guys soon.
What is going on, everyone? My name is Stan Smith. I'm the CEO of X-Dog and the inventor of the X-Dog Weight and Fitness Vest. What is the X-Dog Weight and Fitness Vest? In a nutshell, it is the world's greatest harness for dogs. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're looking to build muscle, combat obesity, address anxiety issues, high energy, you want to suppress that energy level. If you just want to take the average walk and turning into a health improving workout, we made it so convenient to exercise your dog that you literally only need about 30 seconds a day. It doesn't matter if you're doing basic obedience training or compete at high level dog sports or in protection sports. The X-Dog Weight and Fitness Vest can enhance it and take any type of daily lifestyle to the next level. If you want to be part of our mission of eliminating canine obesity or just being a part of our team, make sure you go to teamxdog.com. As always, man, I want to thank you for your time and your support, and Team X-Dog strong.
Join us as Dr. O interviews a certified chiropractor, veterinarian, or an animal owner. These enthusiastic people explain how they utilize animal chiropractic to alter the lives of the animals in their communities.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Animal Chiropractic Clinic Chatter. I'm your host, Dr. O. We have Dr. Carolyn Longacre with us. Dr. Carolyn, tell us a little bit about yourself and your practice.
I am a chiropractor. I've been practicing for 12 years. I'm in Greenville, South Carolina, and I had recently added animal chiropractic to my human practice. So I see them all together.
Wow. Cool. So, why did you choose to add animal chiropractic?
Well, as a little girl, I actually wanted to be a vet, and I was about 9 years old, and I wanted everything to do with animals. I loved animals since I was a child, and I actually shadowed 9 vets in undergrad, and I just felt at the time it wasn't the right move for me. And I fell in love with chiropractic right at the same time. I was about a junior in college. And so I had went to Life and I saw some of my friends, one was a vet actually, in chiropractic school with me, that she adjusted animals. And I just thought that was really cool. And at first I wanted to just focus on just doing my chiropractic studies, but that never went away. And then I had a few friends recently in the last few years totally kill it, go to animal chiropractic school, and they have it in their practices and they're thriving and they're happy to add it in. And I just had to be one of them.
Well, cool. So what's your biggest win with animal chiropractic so far?
My big win is actually came a couple days ago, last week actually. It was with something with one of my patients I've been working with for the last 2 months. The statement that she made about her dog is that she finally got her dog back again. This was a dog that did not walk. He was irritable. He's 18. And
Whoa.
they were on their last resort about what to do with him. Their vet was at the last resort, and they were very open to chiropractic. And ironically, they were supposed to come in for a canine massage at my office, and my massage therapist ironically wasn't there for that appointment. She forgot about it. So that gave me a a chance to talk about how chiropractic could help her dog. And within a minute, she's like, yeah, sign me up. I'm ready to do it. And seeing fast forward how much he's improved, because he wasn't walking at all. And he was walking the first visits. And seeing how happy these clients are about their dog walking and their dog being happy, and he wants it to be friendly, he wants to be pet, because he didn't want any of those things. He didn't want to even be groomed. And see, there's that one statement when I asked how she was feeling about her dog feeling better, and that just like, it almost brought tears to my eyes, because I'm like, I gave that life back to that family, and and they're very much a part of everyone's family, their pets. And I just, yeah, it was just, it just blew me away on how much, as those adjustments aren't that super long intensive in terms of time, how much that one adjustment each week has like brought life back to them.
And you don't even adjust the whole spine, probably, do you?
I only adjust like maybe 3 segments, if that. I keep it simple, and it doesn't need much. They don't need much. Yeah, it's amazing on what an Atlas adjustment does.
The power in that Atlas adjustment, huh?
It is.
The hole in one, above, down, inside out, every organ in the body, it's just boom. Yeah. So what's the most surprising thing you found out about animal chiropractic since you've started?
How fast I get results. Having been a human chiropractor for 12 years, sometimes that's a long journey for some, and how much different that is going into animals that they show that they're starting to heal within seconds. It is so crazy fast. And I think that, we as humans seem to have so much stress and all these other interferences outside of the nervous system that impede on the healing, and they just don't have it like that. And it's just so quick.
Yep.
It's amazing.
So what do you wish all of the animal owners in your area knew about animal chiropractic?
Everybody needs an adjustment. Everybody needs to get their spine checked. And every chance I get that someone tells me about their animal, I'm like, have you tried chiropractic? Have you tried getting them adjusted? Have you heard about it? And I every given opportunity, I want to be able to share of how that's helped people. I'm sorry, and helped animals, especially in this case. And I've said, whenever I see even my human patients, when we talk about these things, that I say that a dog or a horse's atlas is almost more important in being in alignment than a human's, because you can walk with your atlas being out, not well as a human, but they can't. And how quick that is once you put that back in. I mean, they heal a whole lot faster. They just need that a natural approach instead of using medicines to cover up some of these things, and having them actually thrive.
Yeah. So it's amazing how, and I talked last weekend to a chiropractic convention and about how they need to talk to everybody in their community, and a couple of them talked to me. In fact, even my chiropractor was like, well, I don't really do community education anymore. I don't talk to a lot of people outside the office about chiropractic because I'm busy enough and I don't need any more new patients and all that. And I asked him, but what does your community need? Does your community need to hear about chiropractic?
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's a huge, huge untapped market out there.
Absolutely.
Talk to everybody because, just imagine if we took 1% of the billions of dollars that are spent on drugs every year, pharmaceutical companies wouldn't even miss it. But what would that do to chiropractors? What would that do to our community? If that 1% of that $6 billion or $1 trillion was spent on better healthcare, healthcare that actually got you healthy instead of just mask symptoms. Yeah. And I'm amazed, at the number of the side effects of medications, and that we don't really worry about, it's just a little bit, it's negligible. Don't worry about it. But whatever you do, don't go to the chiropractor, because there's a 1 in 4 million chance that you might die. But
no.
but a negligible, like statin drugs for a long time. The chances of dying from statin drugs are negligible. Only 1 in 10,000. But it's 1 in 4 million dying from a chiropractic adjustment, and you're like, okay, 1 in 10,000 from drugs, 1 in 4 million, but here's some drugs, and don't go to the chiropractor.
Oh, I've had that conversation several times in my office.
Yeah, and then when you think about it, the scary part for me anyway is that 78% of the people that are driving down the road at me are on a mind altering pharmaceutical agent.
That's comforting.
It's like, that's why I stay home. Yep, we'll just stay here. Out in the middle of the boondies. What about the veterinarians in your area? What do you wish they knew about animal chiropractic?
How much it can help them, help their clients, help. I've been going around trying to educate because it's just a lot of times with those patients, they can't do things that medicine. I mean, medicine doesn't make them better, and those have to be frustrating from day in and day out to have those patients constantly come in for things that really can't be helped, and let's take them off the plate. Let's get them adjusted. Vets need time to do the things that they need to do, and have the time to not be there all day doing, cases like that, where using their specialties for what they need to be doing. I was rambling there for a second, but
yeah, do surgery.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's things that only vets can do, and those have to be annoying cases to have. Well, he's not walking, he's not, he's not moving, he's not wanting to eat. I mean, there are things like, well, get him adjusted, get him off your plate, let you optimize your time doing those things, that only a vet can do. And, that way you can check on him. It's like, great, you're doing well. We'll check you for the other things. It's a lot more useful time. And I have had several supported vets that support what I do. And it's great because we just check in. We're starting to send out thank yous, like, thank you for your referral. They're doing so much better, calling their office, and, and hey, if that helps their insight to give me other ones to help them, help their other patients, I want to reach as many people with pets as much as possible to be able, to help so many of them, to get them healthy. Yeah. And,
you bet.
I like being able to work with them instead of, you don't have to oppose each other.
Correct. Yeah, it's not about, what we do and what you do. It's, some of the drugs we need to worry about because they have side effects that affect our treatments, but usually they're not, ones that were really helping the animal anyway, so that's one of the things, and if we can get them on a good food and get them chiropractically adjusted, it sure does cut down on the trips to the vet's office,
Oh, yeah.
And we see, I had somebody the other day come in and they're like, well, every time that we go to the vet, we have to put it on care credit. And because I just can't afford a visit to the vet's office, and the minimum care credit is $200.
Oh yeah.
And then they get delayed interest. And I'm like, well, okay, well, I guess we'll prepay for 3 or 4 visits then. And she looked at me and I said, well, because, a visit doesn't cost $200 to the chiropractor.
Yeah.
And it's a set rate, and you come in, you get your dog adjusted, and then come back, and if it's paralyzed, maybe 3 times the first week. But other than that, it's usually once a week, maybe once a month, even on some of these guys.
Oh yeah.
And I had some dogs yesterday that, I said, well, how long has it been? And they're like, well, we got busy and then vacation, and it's been, 2 months. And he said, well, that's probably a little bit long, but, let's try to get, but at least once a month. And it's amazing how these dogs do. And people don't have any problem with that. And then a lot of them start, they come in and I ask them, hey, have you ever been to the chiropractor? And they're like, oh, no way would I go to the chiropractor, and okay, but you want me to adjust your dog? Yep, I do. Or adjust your horse? Yep, I do. And then 6 months later, they're, like, how's your dog doing? Oh, he's doing awesome. Hey, doc, I got this little hitch in my back. Yeah. You think you could work on me? And I'm like, well, no, I can't, but I know some people that can. And, and you're in a situation where you can say, you bet. Lay down on the table. Let's get you adjusted. So.
Oh yeah. I started advocating, because I do both in the office, that when you coming in for your adjustment, bring your dog.
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah, so I have some now that come a little bit before the rest of my patients come. We're at lunch, and I adjust the dog, and they're like, okay, it's time for you. And, and they schedule their maintenance that way. Like, well, I'm getting maintenance, so my dog needs maintenance. And I'm like, absolutely, you don't want to have an animal that's subluxated and you're not, or vice versa. It'd be nice to just feel good all the time.
Yeah, it's the family plan, and we firmly believe in chiropractic here. In fact, one of our Marisol, who works for us, we had a lot of trouble in last month, the month before. So let's see, this is July. So in June, she missed a lot of work because her kids were sick. Mm-hmm. And she's got 4 school-age daughters, and anyway, they were sick. And so we gave her a bonus this month. And today she was all excited. She said, I got to leave early, but she took all 4 daughters to the chiropractor.
That's awesome.
So our bonus, all our employees have to go to the chiropractor once a month. They don't have to, but it's highly recommended. We pay for it. And then, so for her bonus, we didn't pay for all the girls, but we pay for 3 of the girls, and she has to pay for 1. So she gets all the girls adjusted. Yeah. So she was going to go in and get 5 adjustments today. And so.
Yeah, I instilled that in my staff too. They all get adjusted. It's kind of a company culture.
Yeah. So what would you recommend to other chiropractors that are thinking about animal chiropractic?
If you ever considered it, do it. And while you're thinking of it, don't push it off. Just go ahead and sign up. You won't regret it so much, and it's so rewarding, and it's the easiest part of practice.
What about now? I know a lot of chiropractors. There's 5 schools in the country. Mm-hmm. What did you find out about, where you went?
Well, say that again.
So why did you choose ACEs, and did you like it? and why?
Oh, I had a great experience at ACES. My friend Laura, I went to school with her at Life. I started seeing on our social media all these pictures of her going out to the barns and adjusting, and I knew that she took the ABCA exam, and like I saw the updates, and I was just so enthralled with that. And I had another friend that went to Parker, and I asked them both about their experience when I initially was considering it, and I got a way better response out of my friend that went to ACES. The hands-on is major. I had a friend recently that went through Parker, one I had considered, and she hadn't adjusted anybody, and she was about to finish. And she seemed very nervous, and I can see why. Because I said, "Gosh, I don't even know how many people, any dogs and horses I adjusted. I lost count, like the second day." And I felt a lot more confident, and she kind of indicated that she didn't feel super confident to adjust. And I'm like, "Well, did you adjust anybody?" And she's like, "No, they just set up." I'm like, "Well, how can you learn anything out of that? Like, I can pose, but do we know if that's delivering anything? It's not the same."
Yeah. So when did you adjust your first dog? When did you adjust your first dog?
Day one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't even know how many I saw that day either. There was just so many of them.
Yeah. Yeah. So our goal is that everybody adjusts at least 5 animals, animals every week. And usually we top that, I think, but
Yes.
That's our goal. And that's our goal is, so it'll be 15 adjustments while you're here and under direct supervision, so that when you go home, you have the confidence to get started. Yeah.
And I did when I came home. I came home the day after lab 1, adjusted all 5 of my animals because I was just so fired up. I had my bail with me. I'm like, on the bail. And I just got them all, and I saw such even differences in my own animals, and that just fired me up, and I just had to tell everyone. And each lab that I went to, I felt a lot more confident. I got to hone in on some of the mistakes you make when you're new, because you're still learning and you're still getting that muscle memory. Having someone telling you, "Oh, you're doing the wrong thing, you need to set up this way," that helps whenever you're in clinic and you are adjusting. You're like, "Okay, how did I do this? What was the correct setup? What's the line of drive?" And I've had practice with that, and I've had success with that because we got supervised, we got to adjust, and that helps build confidence whenever you're learning. So that way you're not like, "Oh, what do I do? This is my first patient." You don't want to freak out like that. I'm like, "Okay, this is just another one I've adjusted. I'm just doing on my own, but I know this stuff."
Yep. Cool. All right. So anything else you want to mention before we tell people how to get a hold of you?
I'd say get your spines checked. If you're really thinking about doing animal chiropractic, add it. And definitely check out ACES if you want to learn from the best.
All right. How do they get a hold of you? How do we get a hold of you to get my dog or my spine adjusted?
My office is my animal practice is Evergreen Animal Chiropractic, which is in Evergreen Chiropractic and Wellness in Greenville, South Carolina. My site is www.evergreenchiroandwellness.com.
Okay, let's give your phone number one more time. I think my phone rudely went off, so let's give your phone number.
864-297-6270.
All right. Thank you so much for today, and we appreciate it. And all you out there, remember, the body heals one way and one way only: above, down, inside out. get your spine checked, make sure there's no nervous system interference, so you and all the spines in your household can have optimal wellness. Thank you again.
If you are or know a veterinarian or chiropractor, or a student of either of these professions, visit our website, Animal Chiropractic Education Source, to see how to become certified in animal chiropractic. Start improving the lives of the animals around you. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to the ACES channels so that you never miss an exciting episode.